What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. We're gonna start off talking about AFCON and the Asian Cup because those finals just took place, and those are amazing tournaments as far as I've heard.
Yeah.
Qatar winning the Asian Cup and Côte d'Ivoire winning AFCON, and heartbreak for Nigeria, unfortunately. But we're gonna get into it. But yeah, tons going on in the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, on and off the pitch, crazy stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. This is What the Football. Judah, how you feeling, man?
That's a good question. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted Nigeria to win the AFCON. You play in finals to win them.
Right.
That's why you're in the final to win it. But only one team can win. And I think Côte d'Ivoire were the winners. It's fairy tale story for them.
Yeah.
From the way it happened for them in the group stages. Actually, Nigeria defeated them in the group stages.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we were in the same group, Group A.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's just been a fairy tale story for them. Sacking their coach mid-tournament, getting their new coach in, and to just have an African coach lead an African team to the African title. That should be a normal, but it doesn't always happen.
Wow. Yeah.
So shout out to Côte d'Ivoire. Champions.
Amazing.
But for us, we're proud of our boys.
Yeah, you should be.
As you can see, I'm still repping.
Still keep repping. That's
Still
good.
repping, forever repping. But great tournament in general. Great tournament. So many talking points. Too many good stuff. But I think of all the AFCON tournaments I've watched, I think this has to be the best.
Wow.
Not Nigeria didn't win the tournament, but generally from a footballing sense, just looking at the progress of African football, this has to be the best.
Well, it also feels like there was a lot of promotion, a lot of coverage, which is great. I think that's awesome. And I guess, also just the fact that so many of those players are playing in some of the best leagues.
Yeah, a good number of them.
So that helps as well to bring exposure to, those countries and their teams. So I think that's exciting. Heartbroken for you. Honestly, I was hoping we'd be sitting here today talking about Nigeria winning AFCON.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be, I guess. It just wasn't meant to be. It was a good game. I felt like Côte d'Ivoire wanted it more. So if I'm to, from that game, pick the brains of the Nigerian coach, Pesero, who Jose Mourinho said is his best mate in football.
Really?
Yes, okay. I think Mourinho got across to him to wish him the best for the final. So Nigeria had not conceded more than one goal all tournament.
Wow.
Actually, before the final, they had only conceded 2 goals. One in the first game against Equatorial Guinea, and the one against South Africa in the semis. So I felt the coach was trying to build on the defense.
Yeah.
So I think Nigeria scores first. It feels we've always had a good defense anyway. But that was the first game they considered 2 goals in the tournament.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's something I was expecting. When people asked me, I said I'm not sure because it's hard to play the host nation in a final in their capital city.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Like if you had seen the game, how many green shirts could I even see in the stadium? Compared to the amount of orange shirts that were in the stadium.
So a sea of orange.
I tell you, man, with Didier Drogba there.
I was going to say.
Kalou there. Because, although we did have, we had Joseph Yobo and Wankwa Kanu in the crowd, but you could just see it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I think
they had the home fans.
They had the home fans. They had the fairy tale going their way already. It felt like life had given them a second chance because they qualified as the worst of the worst of the best set of third place teams. They qualified as the worst. So it was just, and then they knocked out the defending champions, Senegal. And then they did what they did against Mali. And you look at that and you go, yeah, there's something behind these guys. But worthy winners, Côte d'Ivoire. Simona, what's his name? Adingra, the Brighton boy, had a great game. Had a really great game. Really great game. But here we are. We're taking our silver home. We won a gold, but silver is better than bronze, I guess.
Hey, there you go. And I mean, I have a feeling you guys will be back. So
we will be, but so will every other team.
Hey, then I mean, that just raises the competition, right?
It does. It
keeps
does.
making the tournament better.
It does. So there's no game that's a walk in the park.
Yeah.
If you show up, you have to fight for 3 points or a win or whatever it is. But I'm really, 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 really proud of the tournament. African football has come a long way.
Yeah, man.
It's giving people a lot of entertainment, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of stories. Like, these guys are out. Yeah. Who knocked them out? Cape Verde. What? Yeah. These guys are out. Yeah. Who knocked them out? Mauritania. So countries that we are not synonymous with football.
Yeah.
Stepping up. Everybody's stepping up. So good stuff. Good stuff. Shout out to CAF for organizing a good tournament. And also Côte d'Ivoire as the host nation. So we're looking forward to the next one, which I think is in Morocco, I believe.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It could be in Morocco.
Okay.
I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Maybe we could go.
Never know, bro. You just never know. Just never know. Yeah.
I think it's also worth mentioning, and again, this is obviously at the expense of heartbreak for Nigeria.
Yeah.
But Sebastian Haller.
Oh yeah, that's another goal. That's another good
story. What a story is that, man?
That's another good story.
2022 gets diagnosed, I think.
Yeah, testicular cancer.
Yep. 23 has treatment, beats it.
Yeah.
And that February 23, I think he beats it.
Yeah.
February 24, scores in the final to
the winning goal. He actually scored the goal in the semi-final that took them to the final.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. A beautiful, I don't know if I call it a bicycle kick or a volley or something.
Yeah, it was.
But it was a great goal.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful to see.
Yeah.
As at then, I think he was still with he had just moved to Dortmund.
Yeah.
Then when that happened.
Yep.
So even yesterday after the final game, in one of the post-match interviews, he was in tears.
Man, yeah.
He was in tears. It means a lot. It just means a whole lot because, first of all, to go through what he did, to survive it is one level.
Right.
But to survive it and still come back to play football is another thing.
Yeah.
And then to score the winner in the final, to give your country that trophy.
Yeah.
As I said, it's just a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And he didn't start the tournament by start, I mean, he didn't play most of the group games because I think he was nursing an injury. But they tried to work him back to fitness and all of that. And I think he started only 2 or 3 games in the whole tournament. But you can see how important he is for the team.
Yeah.
He's done his job. Yeah. And he has every reason to be joyful and to celebrate and all of that. He was actually in tears. I saw one of the post-match interviews.
Yeah.
And even as a Nigerian, you're happy to see it.
Absolutely, yeah. Because, as a football fan.
Yeah, I'm a football fan. I'm a big football fan. Everybody should know that. But I'm also Nigerian, and we had lost the final. But you look at stuff like that and you go, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is just beautiful. So I'm not as upset maybe as I would have been because I look at that and I go, yeah, this is just great. We're humans, first of all. We're humans, so we could have lost him. We didn't.
True.
We could have had him still alive but not playing. We don't. We have him alive and playing. So congrats, Haller. Congrats, Côte d'Ivoire.
Well said. I also admire the fact, and I've seen other folks as well, who are from different countries in Africa. It seems like it's been like a celebration of football for you guys, not as much a competition, which I feel like it's kind of like the Oscars. I feel like for you guys, because I feel like that's so encouraging. Like, you're not here sitting talking about this happened and this result or whatever. Like, it seems like it was a good, clean tournament.
It was a good tournament. Good tournament.
Yeah. Good tournament. I love that. I think that's so awesome.
So
more tournaments should be like that. Where you talk about just the results and you celebrate football.
I really hope so. Another thing that happened that I noticed was there were a lot of memes and stickers that came out of the tournament. I see only in AFCON and stuff like that. So there's the good part, which is the footballing side, and you look at that and you go, yeah, football in Africa is doing what it is.
Yeah.
There's also the very funny side. And we are here for all of that.
Yeah.
The good side, the funny side, we need all of it. There are memes like when European teams are coming in for the game and everybody has their AirPods and they're just walking. And then they show when African teams are coming and you see everybody dancing with somebody with kind of big speaker and we are all, hey.
That's great.
So it's just, the vibe, we are those kind of people. Yeah. We are happy people. We are actually grateful people also. Speaking generally for all of Africa right now, we are grateful people. Right now, we are not grateful for what's happening in DR Congo. And we hope that stops ASAP. But generally, as Africans, we are good vibes, good jives, happy people, grateful people. You just can't take that away from us. You just can't. But there are funny memes. There was a guy in the stadium who was trying to speak to a lady, and I think that was after Côte d'Ivoire scored one of the penalties, and the guy just became an internet sensation. It's just been a great tournament. Great tournament. I tell you, it's been a great tournament. Great one. We're looking forward to the next one.
Cool. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if we can get to Morocco for that one.
Let's see. We should touch down, bro.
Anyway, let's move on to the Asian Cup.
Yeah, let's do that.
Another Asian home side wins. Qatar.
I tell you, bro. I think home advantage is more powerful than we thought. Or these tournaments are reminding us that home advantage is really powerful. So Qatar play Jordan.
Yep.
In the Asian Cup final.
Funny result.
Yeah, 3-1. And Akram Afif, hat-trick in the final, 3 goals. All 3 goals from the penalty spot. And I'm like, Qatar have won. They deserve to win. They played well and all of that. They had really good strikers, Afif and Almaz Ali. But I look at it and I go, in the final, should you get 3 penalties in the final?
I think I saw somewhere like the Jordan players were applauding the referee at the 3rd penalty.
Well, now there's a fine line between this in the sense that if it is a foul, should it not be given as a penalty because it's a final? I don't think so. Because that's the fine line. You're like, so are you saying because it's a final, when a player is fouled in the box, we shouldn't give a penalty? That's not the idea.
No.
But I feel like in a final, when you dish out penalties that way, so like the first penalty, is there contact? Yes. If he hadn't given it, would VAR have put him back? I don't think so. The second penalty, I think, that was more of a penalty. But as at the third one, I just let it go, man. There's nothing to prove.
What if they came back and made it 2-2? Or,
then you have a sucker of a game.
Yeah.
Those are the things that sell your tournament.
See, but on the flip side, though, I feel like it makes sense to just give it because, like, then it's like, what, you're just trying to make the match more, like, dramatic?
Possibly,
like,
I don't know.
Okay, if it's a penalty, you have to give it, like...
Well, if it is, if it is a clear penalty, you have to give it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you actually make the Qatar guys feel like, hey, are you against us or something?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's football. The good thing is Jordan can go home proud of themselves, playing in an Asian Cup final.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think anybody at the start of the tournament would have predicted that Jordan would play in the final. And to get to the final, they defeated South Korea 2-0.
Wow, yeah. Shout out to them. Wow.
So I tell you, they did not win the trophy, but they have done so well. Jordan have done so well. So I think tournaments like this, definitely somebody has to win.
Yeah.
But it puts some people in the light that should be in the light. So I think for Jordan, great.
Their goal was incredible. The guy's first touch, and then he just smashed it. He just like gave it everything. He's like, this might be it, but you know what?
Beauty of a goal. Not just that, I think they also had really good chances. I think they struck the crossbar, and so you could see that they came to play. They came to play. They were not scared of Qatar. They came to play.
Yeah.
They can take their silver and they can go home proud of themselves. They fought well. It wasn't an easy task. So shout out to them. But as you say, Côte d'Ivoire hosts the AFCON, they win it. Qatar hosts the Asian Cup, they win it. Maybe everybody should start fighting for hosting right now.
Who's hosting the Asian Cup? Next Asian Cup, do we know?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't know.
Well,
But Qatar, actually, this is back-to-back wins for them.
oh, really?
Yeah, so they won the last one, which was here in the UAE.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So the last tournament was here in the UAE. I remember getting some snippets of the Australia game at the stadium, the one here in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
So back-to-back wins. They won the one here in the UAE. They've won the one in front of their home fans. So
there you go.
Shout out to them. Yeah.
The stadium that it happened in, did you go to that stadium?
I think the final was played in the Lusail Stadium. I think the one I visited was Al Tumama.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think that stadium is like one of the well-known ones from the World Cup, right?
They use the same, all the stadiums, I think is the same. They had those stadiums from the World Cup anyway.
Right.
So it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I just like, when I heard the name, I was like, oh, I wondered if that was the one you got to go to.
I think I went to Al Tumama.
Okay.
When I went for the World Cup then. I think it was Al Tumama Stadium.
Yeah.
But the final was in Lusail. I don't think I went into Lusail. I might have driven past it, but I didn't think I went in.
Cool.
But the one I know I went in and I enjoyed myself. I think it was Al Tumama. I need to confirm that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's AFCON and Asian Cup, and
yeah, that's good. So clubs can get their players back.
Clubs can get their players back. The competition is increasing and the level is increasing. So that's awesome to see.
It is.
And yeah, shout out to you guys for making it to the final, and hopefully next one is gonna be you guys. Nigeria.
We'll keep hope alive. That's
all you can do. Let's move over to the Premier League.
Let's do it, bro.
There are some interesting results, some cool results.
Well, for you guys.
Should we talk about that first?
For you guys.
Okay.
You guys. 6, bro. 6.
6-0.
6.
At the London Stadium?
Yeah, the London Stadium.
Yeah.
Every game at the London Stadium, I think they get the bubble machines out and
yes.
they pop all those bubbles. You guys went and you just popped all the bubbles off. Like,
yep.
Yep. I think you got like 3 goals in 12, 15 minutes in the first half.
I think so, yeah.
Like,
first half ended 4-0.
Yeah, it did.
It was over.
Yeah, by halftime the game was over. That was clear. I wasn't expecting West Ham to mount a comeback or anything. Even with the way they were playing, their defending was lazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Their defending was so lazy. Like Areola's tackle on Saka for the penalty was all. I'm already here. I just fouled you. I'm like, what is this, bro?
My thing was, I couldn't tell if Arsenal played really well or West Ham were just really bad.
I think it was a bit of both. So, even look at the set pieces.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just send the ball to the back post. Send the ball to the back post and let's get it in. At least for Saliba's goal.
Yeah.
But Trossard's goal was great.
Oh yeah.
That was also great. Cut in, create the space, top corner. I don't think there's so much to say in the game except that you guys did really well to get 6. But definitely that Dex goal.
Yeah,
that Dex. Well, first of all, Dex performance.
Oh yeah.
2 assists and a goal. Back facing his former club.
Yep.
And to see that performance and to see that 6th goal.
Sure.
Now, to score a goal like that and to still have the composure to not celebrate.
Well,
that's a screamer of a goal.
He's a classy guy, man. Like, so when the match ended as well, like he did a lap just like applauding the home fans first. And as somebody who now has him at our club, I admire that. Like he's a classy guy. He has values, strong character.
So are you saying there's no love lost?
Like between
him and the West Ham fans?
I don't think so. I mean, I think they have a lot to thank him for. I mean, he captained them to the Conference League final, and they won it, right? So I think, I mean, I don't think there should be.
Okay.
And I mean, he didn't celebrate, you know, obviously scored an amazing goal. I had a feeling he was going to score. So like to see that, it was pretty cool. But I don't think there's any love. There shouldn't be any love lost. As an Arsenal fan, I don't mind him applauding the home fans first and just acknowledging them. That's respect. I think that's a good thing. But I'm glad he's at Arsenal.
There's no doubt.
And he put in a great performance. Like you said, with 2 assists, 1 goal. Like that's amazing.
There's no doubt you're glad.
As an Arsenal fan though, I was happy to see that because that's the kind of performance I've been wanting from them all season. I mean, they've had a few other matches, but then they dipped in their form. So to see them come back, get a couple of wins, and then get this kind of a win, that's the kind of stuff I want to see, as they build up towards playing against City at the Etihad.
Good luck to you guys.
But yeah, Arsenal scored 6. Yeah, that was good.
Great.
Villa and Manchester United. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. That was a spicy game.
It was. In the sense that Villa are not having a good run of results.
Yeah, so let me ask you that. Did everybody overhype Villa?
I don't think so.
No?
Points on the board are points on the board.
Okay.
So when they were third, I think there was a time they were second, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were second, third, thereabouts, they were there because they were getting points. There's no doubt about that. They defeated you guys.
Yep.
They defeated Chelsea.
City.
Defeated City.
Yep.
I think so. They've had good results. They had that good. How many months? 2 months, 3 months, where it felt like a whole lot was going for them. But right now, it's not. Because I think they have lost 3 straight home games now.
Wow, yeah.
And at the start of the season, they were on that run of how many? 19 games unbeaten at Villa Park, something.
Yeah.
So that's just the way football is.
That's true.
That's just, I don't think it's any overhype or stuff. It's just football.
Yeah, but I feel like at some point it was like Villa title contenders, Villa Champions League. That was the whole...
They can still make it to the Champions League. So now I don't think... I don't know Unai Emery that well, but I don't think he would have started the season.
I was going to say neither do I.
Well, he coached your club for a while.
I know, but like...
He coached your club for a while.
Anyway.
So I don't think at the start of the season he would have sat with his players and gone, our target this season is to be English champions.
Fair. Yeah.
So if they don't win the league, makes little to no difference.
Yeah.
But I feel like in those weeks where they were second, they were third, UCL hopes would have been up.
Oh, yeah.
Now I think they are fifth.
Mm-hmm.
UCL hopes, I don't think, are over.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fifth at this stage of the season, this is Feb, there's still hope you can make it to the UCL. Still a lot of hope. Mm-hmm. And they are also in Conference League, Europa League, which one?
I forget.
They are one of the leagues also.
Yep.
So European football, if they win whatever trophy or whatever European tournament they're in, they get European football for another season. So I still feel like their season is not a mess yet.
Oh, no.
They lost at home to Newcastle, 3-1. Lost at home to Chelsea in the FA Cup replay, 3-1. And now they've lost at home to United, 2-1. And for a place like Villa Park, where it felt like it was a fortress at the end of last season into the start of this season, I just feel like it's something they have to now get used to again. Coming to Villa Park and not winning. Because maybe they might have forgotten what that felt like. Because they had been picking up wins and maybe a few draws here and there, but they hadn't lost. But now they've got 3 on the bounce.
Yep.
So it's for Unai to pick his boys up, or all of them to pick themselves up and go, we want to keep fighting.
Yep.
And that's what it is.
Yep.
That's just what it is. But shout out to Man United, because all of a sudden it seems like they can't stop winning.
Yeah, momentum's on their side at the moment.
It is. I don't know if it's the Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe takeover team or something, or the Omar Berrada from City guy. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
But whatever it is working for them now.
I think what it is I think Ten Hag has found a core group of players that he can trust with his playing style.
Okay.
So he's got obviously Højlund in front. He's got Garnacho. Rashford's in there as well. You know, so he's got some of these consistent players he's putting in now.
Especially Kobe Mino.
Kobe Mino as well, yeah. So he's become like a regular.
Starts in every game.
Yeah. And so he's found like some of those players that he can trust and put in there. And I think that's getting him the results, you know, that they need.
True.
Now, Villa wasn't an easy place for them to go. And at one point it seemed like, you know, it could go either way. And it even felt like, okay, Villa might try and go for it. But then they got the winning goal, you know.
Scott.
And the great Scott. Not just Scott. The great Scott. Freaking McTominay, man. Like, he's their super sub.
He is. When they need goals, he's been one of the guys who have always stepped up.
Well, he's the top, Premier League scorer for them.
This season, yes.
He's mainly featured from the bench.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah. The funny thing is, he was really close to leaving.
Yeah.
He was very close to leaving. He would have left. But he stayed. United are happy he stayed.
Yeah.
Even same with Maguire.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with
Maguire.
I mean,
I laugh, but actually, like, he's, I guess, having
I think they're happy he
stayed.
Yeah. They're happy he stayed. He's turned out to be a good decision to have him stay.
Yeah.
So, shout out to United.
Yeah.
Let's see how far they can go or where they can finish on the table.
Yeah.
I think they really want to fight for top 4. I don't think Ten Hag is hoping to win the title this season. I think the aim is get in the top 4, get back Champions League football, because they started this season with the UCL, but they got knocked out, not just out of the UCL, out of Europe, because they finished bottom of that group.
Right.
But the UCL gives you a lot of money.
Yep.
Participation alone is some tens of pounds, millions of pounds and stuff. So it gives you a lot of money, and the money helps you as a club to make good transfers and all of that. So they need UCL football.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's why they are playing the way they are playing. They want to get in the top 4.
But see, the thing is, even with that, this project, so to speak, has just started.
I guess.
And they have to be patient, like, because the same with Chelsea, like, it's gonna take time to be able to get that.
So the Chelsea project hasn't started, eh?
It has started.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But bro, these are like wise words that I've heard or that I was told when Arteta took over.
Trust the process?
No, it gets worse before it gets better.
Oh. Okay.
So be prepared for that.
Well,
trust the process as well. But be prepared that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Which you probably do feel that at the moment.
Definitely. The thing is, if it gets worse before it gets better, there are so many teams that are now that have gone through that. So how many better teams do we have?
Well,
but
I mean,
it is what it is.
But see, that's why, like, if you look at Arsenal, like, we are where we are because of the few seasons ago where, like, we were 8th and it was awful. Yeah. It felt so bad.
Well, we finished 10th last season, so that wasn't good either.
Hopefully you don't this season.
Right now, I won't be surprised. Right now, I won't be surprised. Definitely, that's not what you want.
Yeah.
The inconsistency mid-table is just right now with the inconsistent play. They're mid-table club. The table rarely lies.
How the tables have turned. Anyway,
good stuff. Let's go.
We're talking about Villa United. Let's go bottom of the table.
Okay.
Luton versus Sheffield.
Oh, that was a surprise.
Sheffield wins what 3-1 or 1-3, whatever. And that's their third win of the season.
Well, first off, when teams at the bottom of the table clash, it's a fierce battle.
Yeah, that's true.
Because definitely every point in the season is important. But you want to take points off the guys who you are around on the table.
You're in competition with.
Exactly, and stuff. And this is the Luton Town that scored 4 against Brighton and 4 against Newcastle. I think they would have gone into that game pretty confident. And then to lose 3-1, even I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, but shout out to Chris Wilder and his boys.
Yeah.
It's still a long shot from survival because Sheffield are still bottom. Same points with Burnley. And Everton just above them. But Luton is still just out of the relegation zone. So you keep waiting. It's good 3 points to get.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much more Sheffield need to get to survive.
Well, who knows? This might be the start of a turning point for them, you know.
Let's see. But shout out to them.
But they gotta win.
And
third win of the season.
That's your job when you get on the pitch. Get 3 points. If you can, get 3 points.
Yep. Okay. City versus Everton.
Yeah, not good for Everton also. But yeah.
Well, but for City, that's their 10th win in a row. And
I always say this stuff. City know how to do it.
Yeah.
They know how to just come back and go 10, 14, 16 wins in a row, all that kind of stuff.
And Erling Haaland is back.
He is. The Viking is back. 2 goals. I think he played a bit of the last game against Brentford, I believe. But in that game, Foden got a hat-trick.
That's right.
He didn't get any goal. But you know he's back. You just know he's back. KDB is back.
Yep.
Doku is back.
Yep.
So it feels like the team is...
Game on. It's going to be a good next run of games in the Premier League.
I tell you. I think they also play the UCL soon. So everything is...
It's coming back in a good time.
Yep.
Because with the Champions League coming back, they'll need all these guys.
They will.
And they're still in it. They could very well win it again. I don't know.
Let's see.
Anyway, so that's City and Everton. Liverpool versus Burnley. Burnley lose again, sadly.
Another day at the office for Liverpool.
Another at the office.
For Liverpool.
Another day at the office for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
He is now the highest. He has the highest assists by a defender in the Premier League.
Good stuff.
Highest assists by a defender. He passes Andrew Robertson. Which I thought was kind of funny.
That is kind of funny. So,
but yeah.
They are first and second.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I hope whatever coach comes to this club is a coach that still likes to play with them. Not like likes to play with them in the sense that keeps them in the starting lineup, but most of the attack goes through the wings or the flanks. Yeah. If that happens, they'll keep getting more assists, possibly more goals also, because Trent is getting a lot of goals, free kicks, and all that kind of stuff. So, but also, he has this young boy called Conor Bradley.
Yes, yeah.
So that's another thing, but that's good.
Competition
is good.
Yeah.
And the team, it is good. It is good. I think that's kind of a headache you like.
Oh, yeah. As a manager, especially. You want that.
Rather have that than have no competition. Yeah. So that's good. Shout out to Trent.
Yeah. That's real cool.
And Robertson.
I thought that was so funny. Like, second, Andrew Robertson. Anyway, but you mentioned your hope for the next manager, whoever that is, to make use of them and players like them.
It's not for me. It's for them.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm using that as a springboard to talk about Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. Because
Xabi Alonso.
A lot of people want Xabi Alonso at Liverpool. Anyway, but
Luan was here with us last week, said the same thing.
Yep. We'll see if that happens. Anyway, but Leverkusen, though, 5 points clear of Bayern Munich, beat them, 3-0?
3-0. First of all, that rarely happens.
Yeah.
Bayern rarely lose by a scoreline like that.
Yep.
In the Bundesliga. In the UCL, maybe. But in the Bundesliga, it rarely happens.
Yep.
And they did not just lose 3-0. They were not the better team.
Yeah. I saw very brief moments of that match. And, man, I don't think I've ever seen a Bayern team that flustered, I guess.
They were not
they did not know what to do with the ball.
Kane was lost at some point.
Yeah.
Even if you look at the attempts on goal, and Leverkusen had much more attempts. Bayern, I can't, maybe even from the highlights, like 2 attempts on goal.
Wow.
So I think one of the things that has done is that has put Alonso in a place where you definitely have to take him seriously now.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has outclassed Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. And the Liverpool guys who are definitely considering options to replace Klopp will look at that and go, that's an extra point on the board for this guy. Because Tommy Tuchel is a really good coach.
Yeah.
Tommy Tuchel is a good coach. And for Alonso's team to outplay those guys that way, that is a very good statement to make.
Yeah.
Now, this is Leverkusen, who have played Bayern Munich twice in the league and gotten 4 points.
Wow.
So the first game was 2-2 in, what's it called? Allianz Arena. And now in the Bay Arena, 3-0. So I think they have still not lost this season. Top of the Bundesliga, in the next round in the Europa League. I think they are now in the final of the DFB Pokal. Fairy tale.
Yeah.
Fairy tale of a season.
It's theirs to lose. If they don't make it, it's theirs to lose.
Especially the DFB Pokal.
Yeah.
So I hope this is the season where they are actually called Leverkusen and not Neverkusen.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's like a joke, a banter thing, because they don't win anything. They don't win anything. So they're called
Shake it off.
Yeah, Neverkusen. So I hope this is the season that it is actually Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah. So, but it's hard to not like what's happening there. Xabi Alonso and his team, definitely. It's hard to not like it.
Yeah, it's good. Shake it up. It's good.
It's also good for the Bundesliga.
Oh, yeah.
Bayern have won like 11 straight titles or something.
Wow.
10 or 11 straight titles. So
I didn't know that.
It's also really good for them. They need something like this.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to La Liga.
Yes.
Real Madrid beat Girona. What was it, 4-0?
4-0. Yeah, our boy Jude, 2 goals.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Jude Bellingham is back on the score sheet, 2 goals. Although I think he's out now with a minor injury.
Oh, really?
2-3 weeks.
From that match?
Yeah, I think after that game it was announced. But he got 2 of the 4. Vini got a great goal.
Oh, man,
the first goal,
the first goal.
Great. But I guess it's a wake-up call for Girona. That definitely they are still, I think, second. I could be wrong. I think they're second or third.
Yes, they're second. I think Real are 5 points clear now.
So Real are definitely top. But it's for Girona, I think they should just do all they can to stay, first of all, in the Champions League spots. I think that has to be the top priority. You have had such a good season. Don't let this get into your head and you go, oh, we got to do, because I think one of the players was in tears after the game.
I saw that. Yeah.
So this is the time to give a reaction. Don't let this hit you down and stay down. So don't go, after all, we've lost 4-0 to Real. No, you've lost 4-0 to Real. Yes, move on, react. Keep doing what you've done that has put you where you are now.
Because look at who you're playing. Real Madrid or Real Madrid.
They are Real Madrid.
They're like...
They have Ancelotti as their coach.
Yeah, like, I mean...
The guy is like a Don.
Yes.
It's like Don Carlo. Yeah, this is Don Carlo.
This is the guy who, when Everton scored the winning goal, he's sipping his coffee. Do you remember that match?
Don Carlo.
I don't remember exactly what match it was, but I just remember the celebration. Everybody around him is just going nuts. This guy's just holding his coffee and just like drinking it.
Don Carlo. He's like a father figure in football.
That's true.
I tell you, he's like
the godfather.
I tell you, he's a father figure in football. And they have players who, let's not just talk about it.
Yeah.
The team for me, I think, is Girona should keep doing what they have done. Yeah. Or what they have been doing.
Yep. Don't take it as a huge setback.
So seeing that guy in tears and all that, I know it's painful.
Yeah.
to lose 4-0 to your title rival, at least for the season. Yeah, but
and maybe it just could be that, you know, I don't know who the player is, but it could just be him feeling that wasn't his best performance, and that's fine, you know. But they were away, they were at the Bernabeu.
Well, the funny thing is, Madrid also defeated them at their own stadium. So I think the other game was 3-0, 3-0, 2-0. So Madrid defeated them at Girona. Madrid have defeated them at Bernabeu. So Madrid have taken maximum points of them, 6 points, which is okay. It's a Madrid team to do, but they have to just keep doing whatever they've been doing.
Yeah.
This one has come. It's gone. On to the next one.
On to the next one. Yep.
Anyway,
that's kind of like the matches, I guess, that we're going to talk about. Let's talk about some weird stuff that's going on.
When you say weird.
Yes. Well, when we talk about it, you will realize, okay, this is weird stuff.
Okay.
Let's start with like probably the top story that everybody's talking about, which is the possible introduction of a blue card in football matches. And your reaction says it all. This reaction right here, this reaction sums up how pretty much everybody when it comes to football feels.
There's so many things I can say about this blue card team. So many, I tell you. Okay, first off, at the AFCON final, Infantino is there, Arsene Wenger is sitting behind him.
Okay.
And Wenger does stuff with FIFA now. FIFA's whatever it is. And Infantino was in Doha, definitely, for the Asian Cup final, and was in Abidjan for the AFCON final. And I'm going, I think I was watching my brother, and my brother was telling me, so this guy just travel all around, and I'm like, let's not talk about it. Let's not just talk about it. So right now, is this the best idea in football? Now, this is also an IFAB team.
Yes.
So IFAB are the guys who come up with the rules for the game and stuff.
Yeah.
So number one, let's even talk about what it is. The idea of the blue card is if the ref feels like the player is messing up. Definition of messing up, you impute whatever you want to them. And the player is shown a blue card. The player goes to something like a sin bin. So you sit out of the game for 10 minutes.
Yep.
So your teammates play like they have a red card. Or
for
like
10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
Yep.
Now, this happens, I think, in rugby and one or two other sports.
Yes.
I think it happens in rugby.
What was the other sport it happens in?
Because I watched the rugby final.
Yeah.
And I think it happened to some South African guy and some... Kia was the All Blacks, New Zealand, I believe.
Yes.
The All Blacks guy.
Yep.
Yeah, so I saw that.
Yep. Basketball has something like this, right?
Possibly. I don't know.
Does it? Timeout? I don't know.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I know it happens in rugby. I've seen that.
It does, yeah. That's pretty much, I think, for a lot.
Yeah.
That's where they got it from.
Now, the funny thing is this. If a certain player is shown 2 blue cards,
that becomes
it equates into a red card. Yeah. So like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
2 yellow cards are already a red card.
Yeah.
So is the goal of the blue card to get the player to get in a red card?
Yeah.
Is that the aim? Like, okay, since there's only one way to get to a red card, let's create another way to get to a red card.
Yeah,
That's the first thing. I think Jurgen Klopp said something like, I think he said something like, I'm 56 or 50, I don't know, whatever his age is. And I am still waiting for a good idea from this guy. Something like that. That's what Jurgen Klopp said. Like, why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
This is the same season. Now, this is definitely not a Premier League issue. This is a global football issue. But this is the same season where we've been complaining a whole lot about the officiating in the Premier League.
I was exactly thinking the same thing, yeah.
This same season where we've gone, why is this guy giving this? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? And you want to include... So they now have 3 cards in all their pockets. So there's a yellow card, there's a blue card, there's a red card.
There's the spray, there's everything.
I'm like, the guys are not even doing the one they're supposed to do well enough.
Yeah.
Are you trying to increase the amount?
But the thing is, that's mostly in the Premier League. In other leagues,
well,
they don't
like
have those...
A lot of people have said the officiating in the AFCON was really good.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The officiating in the AFCON was really good.
Yeah.
Some of the VAR calls, spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. I tell you. So there's been little to no complaint about officiating in the AFCON.
Yep. It's literally the Premier League and the English.
Man. Maybe it's just the English.
I'm telling you.
For me, I don't think this blue card. Now the idea is this: they are going to try it out in lower, less, for lack of better, less elite leagues and games as the first one. The second thing is it hasn't actually been decided that they will do it for certain.
Well, it could be next season that it starts.
Yeah, because I think there's a meeting March the 2nd thereabouts that the FIFA guys have with IFAB to talk about it. But it seems like something they want to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now, to me, now we know that change is constant and changes, but this kind of change, is it essential? That's my question. Is it now? If they introduce the blue cards, will we stop watching the game? I don't think so. We'll still watch the game. Do we need this now?
Yeah.
So imagine a FIFA World Cup and they're giving someone a blue card. Like, it just sounds like comedy.
Yeah.
We will get used to it, definitely. If it comes in, we'll get used to it.
Yeah.
And you'll actually see people going, you should have given him a blue card. You should have given him. He needs to sit out for 10 minutes. He's a naughty boy. And all. What's like, what the?
I think, so, for me, I think this is the thing about what are they trying to get at, which I feel like is this kind of like growing demonstration of like, ref, what the heck are you doing kind of thing, right?
So that means if anybody says anything to the ref, you get a blue card.
You could get a blue card, and that's at least better than a yellow card.
Is it?
Well, I mean, look, we saw who did anybody get sent off for like dissent? Like a second yellow and then dissent?
Diego
Dallo, right?
The 2 yellow cards in like 15 seconds.
So in that sort of a situation, he could have gotten a blue card. Now, I don't agree.
He would have still reacted to the blue card.
He could have reacted.
And I've gotten the second blue card, which is also a red card.
Well, I feel like the 2 blues making a red thing, they shouldn't do that. Because the whole idea of a sin bin is like, okay, the player's out for a limited time period and then comes back in, right? And I feel like that is okay. If they end up going that route, fine, do it. Because they're trying to like make sure there's some sort of discipline, you know, and that players, you know, manage their
emotions,
whatever. Which, as we agree that like football's a game of passion, you can't always, you know, expect that. So especially if in the Premier League, where a lot of the decisions don't end up making any sense. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But I feel like, okay, if they're going to introduce it, fine, but don't do the whole red card thing. But in a situation like that, you could have Dallo go out and then come back in. I forget at what point of the match that happened.
That happened towards the end of the game.
Right, but anyway.
That means he misses the end of the game.
Right. Or if it's like, let's say, you know, early on in the game, he's able to go out but then come back in. So you don't completely go down to 10 men, you know. Anyway,
yeah, true though. I think
it's complex.
Let's see how it happens or how it goes with the places where they're going to test it out or try it out.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see what the reaction is.
Yep.
I think right now everybody is.
Oh, nobody likes it.
Yeah, everybody's all. Do we need this?
Oh, nobody likes it.
Do we need this now?
No, yeah. Well, I think for a lot of people, it's also about the fact that VAR is just now like kicking in, and it's making sense. And now we're introducing a whole other thing.
In some places, places it's still a mess.
Yep. And so, well, most of the Premier League. Let's be real here, because like you said, AFCON. I keep hearing about other tournaments as well.
Yeah.
No issues. Other leagues, no issues. But for some reason, the Premier League.
What to do?
Yep. Anyway. But also there's a lot of jokes coming out of this whole blue card thing. I think most of those will put out a comment or a tweet or whatever saying like, so what? Atletico Madrid's gonna play with 6 people at one point? Like, what's going on here? I thought that was a pretty elite tweet.
That makes sense.
A good one.
Well, for a Diego Simeone team. Yeah. Yeah, I actually did not think about that. I think the Atletico president should definitely fight against this one. Because they're paying Diego a lot of money.
Anyway, I thought that was a pretty funny comment by Mesut also. Shout out to him. Anyway, let's move to Saudi.
Okay, what's going on in Saudi?
The Riyadh Season Cup, apparently. The trophy was revealed by the one and only Undertaker. First of all,
there's supposed to be fireworks when I do that, and it's supposed to be like
we don't got that budget. We don't got any budget. But that's the weirdest crossover, man.
Bro.
The Undertaker revealing the trophy for
WWE
Season
superstar. Now, definitely, I watch a bit of wrestling growing up. So when Undertaker walks into the arena and the lights are off and all of that, and you hear that classic, you just hear that classic song, and the guy's a great actor, though. And he walks.
Dude, the whole thing is acting.
I did not say that. I did not say that, but
if you didn't do it by now, I'm sorry. That's not my fault.
A lot of kids grow up with that.
Hey, you know, you know what? Santa ain't real either. So there you go. I spoiled it for you. No Easter Bunny. No Tooth Fairy. No Undertaker.
Well, at least he was in Saudi, so there is Undertaker.
He's acting, like you said. Anyway.
The guy is good.
Yeah.
He does the whole slow walk and the guys with the fire torches, and it's just great cinema.
Yeah.
It's great cinema stuff.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I actually didn't know that the players were already lining up. Because when I saw the clip, it was all in the dark. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then he walks and he takes the cloth off the stuff. And he picks it up like it's some holy stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. There with his beautiful hat and his
the getup. It's iconic, man.
It was just good. Definitely, he's got a good check to go home with.
I mean, they brought him that far, so
he's got a good check to go home with, man. I wish I could know how much he was paid for that.
Anyway,
I wish I could know how much he was paid for that. Man.
We could probably look it up. But that was a crazy.
Come on, somebody should throw fireworks on here for me, bro.
Crossover.
You know, I have the black stuff on. I can just act.
It doesn't work. No.
We need fireworks budget or something.
Anyway, so that was the Riyadh Season Cup.
Yeah, it was. The funny thing about that stuff is some people say it's a friendly game. Some people say it's a little more than a friendly game. So I really don't know what it is.
Well, they had the Undertaker. That was the highlight, I guess, of it.
That was it. And I'm not losing, and Ronaldo definitely not happy. And a fan threw I think Al Hilal scarf or shirt, and he took it, put it where he don't want things to go, and then threw it back on the floor. So definitely wasn't happy with the loss.
Yeah,
just Ronaldo being Ronaldo. I don't think he's. I think even with age, he has not lost his competitive spirit.
Oh yeah,
So it's just they lost 2-0. They move on. The cup was won by Al Hilal. Let them enjoy. Colors.
There you go. Al Hilal, that's Neymar's team, right?
Yeah, that's Neymar's team. That's where Mitrovic is also.
But he's out. Neymar's out for a while.
Yeah, he's still out. Yeah, still out.
Injured.
Yeah.
Anyway, they won it. Let's go to the States. The United States of America.
Oh.
Inter Miami is touring Asia, I guess, at the moment. Different countries in Asia.
Yeah, they were also in Saudi.
Oh, they were in Saudi?
Yeah, they played.
They played.
I think they lost 5-0 in front. But Messi didn't play though. Well, it was a friendly anyway. I just said that's like
anyway.
A friendly game.
That doesn't matter because what happened was they go to Hong Kong.
Okay.
And the folks who promoted that game promoted heavily, with Messi. Messi's face is everywhere.
That's he's the one people want to see.
Well, and they didn't because he didn't play.
Oh yeah, he was injured. He's not in an injury. So even the game.
Wait, so was it injury or was it just that he didn't play? Okay. Well,
I think the announcer game he played a few minutes also.
Well, fans were absolutely frustrated, and I think they booed
The Inter
during
Miami
the
guys?
match. Yeah, I think they booed them. I could be wrong in this,
That's
but I do know like that fans were absolutely frustrated. I saw some videos where like they interviewed some of the fans, and they're like, "We came here from all these different places, and like we came here to see Messi."
And then they end up okay, let me not mention anybody's name.
Yeah.
Or that they say they end up seeing, I mentioned a few people's names, so like
No.
I'll just keep quiet.
But I guess that's the kind of downside of signing a player. I was saying this to my wife because I was trying to explain to her like what this situation is. I was like, Inter Miami didn't sign Messi. Messi signed Inter Miami. That's the situation here. Am I wrong? Did I lie? I haven't seen the meme. But do you get what I'm saying? I broke Judah, guys.
Oh my god.
But like,
you know why I'm actually laughing?
why?
Because when you say something like that, a few scenarios go through my head where you could actually replace Inter Miami with MLS.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Because when he won the Ballon d'Or, it was all, the MLS number 10 did this, America's number 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, because they take the whole publicity thing with the Messi thing, they just took it to the whole.
Oh yeah.
So when he said that, I actually factored in most of the publicity they had done, and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, that is sad.
So when you put Messi's face on everything
It sells.
and promote
It
it,
sells.
everybody's gonna come because they're thinking Messi's gonna be. Nobody's thinking that Inter Miami is coming to Hong Kong.
Yeah,
No disrespect to Inter Miami, but you know what I mean? Like,
you're making a point, yeah.
Anyway, fans were super upset, but he played in Japan when they played in Japan.
Well, maybe they didn't want a repeat of whatever they had seen in Hong Kong.
Well, so apparently the promoter is having to refund.
Part refund
or something.
Well,
to the fans. You know,
if that's the best way to go, that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
If you publicized Messi's coming, Messi's gonna play, and he's not fit to play, you have to keep your word one way or the other.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't play and you can refund part of the game, go ahead. If you can't, give out free Messi shirts. I don't know. I'll just think of something. I have no idea.
Anyway, so that was the Inter Miami situation.
Cool stuff.
I think one of the last things we want to talk about is Jesse Lingard. Remember him?
There's some celebration he used to do.
No, this one. Was this one? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Kind of something like that. Yeah.
Jesse Lingard.
That kind of stuff.
Anyway, I think he did that for his promo.
The unveiling?
Yeah, the unveiling. So he's now at FCCO in South Korea.
Good. It's good for him in the sense that he had spent some time without the club. And he had gone to Saudi, trained with, I think, Etifag for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He was in Saudi for a while, trained with the guys. I think he was was he West Ham? There was one other team he trained, I think, with in England for a while. And then he just felt like he was going to the gym every day, uploading videos of himself, walk, stuff, non-stop.
Oh, wow.
All that. And he now has a club, which is good. Really good for him. Jesse Lingard is a popular player.
Oh, yeah.
He's played for Manchester United. He's played for the Three Lions. Played for West Ham. He's played for Forest. So he's a popular guy. But I don't think this would have been his dream. Now, I've not listened to this whatever speech or whatever he said at his unveiling. But I would be very surprised if he said something like, this is a dream come true to play in FCCO.
Don't they always say that, though?
That's my point. That's the thing.
The PR.
Yeah, all
the
that
PR
stuff.
folks.
The easy one is, I'm here for a project. The project made a lot of sense to me. I'm here to play my part. I think football is going to be all that.
Yeah.
All that stuff is just, we hear that in time and time.
We should have seen that. I haven't seen it.
So I haven't listened to whatever he said as his unveiling. But I'll be very surprised if he did the whole "this is a dream come true" line. Jesse, I don't think Jesse's up. Jesse's 28, 29, I could be wrong, thereabouts. I think it's a 2-year contract. I also think he would use this as much as he can to see if he can get back into Europe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
That's my hope. That's what I think. Nothing against the Korean League. I actually don't watch the Korean League.
No.
I already watched too many games.
Good.
But I think it's good for him to be in a team, have a coach, have a reason to train for games, not just train in the gym to stay fit. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
It's a different thing to have your own personal trainer who you're doing some exercises with, or some tryouts, or some free kick, or whatever. It's different than training in a team for a game, especially when you're playing with a coach who's going, okay, for this game, this is what I want us to do against these guys. So that keeps you going, just keeps all that stuff going. So that is really good for him as a player.
Yeah.
But I think we have to just hope that he comes back. By back, I mean back into Europe or something. I'm trying to think of another big player playing in Korea right now. I can't think of any.
But I'm sure there are a few.
There will be a few,
there.
Definitely. I can't think of any now. I might remember one later.
Yeah.
But definitely remember the time where a lot of guys were going to China.
Yeah.
And all of that. Most of them came back. Oscar is still in China though. So let's see how long Lingard stays there.
My thing is, what went wrong for him at Nottingham Forest? Well, he just suddenly disappeared.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
So I think his first. Now let me not say mistake. I think if I might be wrong, but if he could go back, I think he would have gone to West Ham.
Well, he should have. I don't know why he didn't go. That was the weirdest thing.
I think it was some salary expectation issues. I think West Ham are willing to pay something. His agents was fighting for something. Because his contract at Nottingham Forest was a bumper contract.
Yeah, but I mean...
It was a huge contract.
And the thing is, I always felt like Jesse Lingard was one of those players who, like, he did his own thing. You know what I mean? Like, he had individual quality. Like, he could change games. Like, you know, like he would just show up, do his own thing, and it worked.
Yeah.
So I felt like with that mindset, he's like, okay, West Ham aren't paying me that much. Nottingham Forest are. I'll just go there and I'll just do my own thing. But then somehow, like, I just feel like it
didn't work. It just didn't work.
And I don't know what that is.
It could be, I think when he was there, it was Nuno. No, Nuno is there now. Not Nuno.
It was the
Cooper
guy. Steve Cooper, yeah.
So it could be...
He signed him.
Yeah, so it could be what he was seeing and training. Maybe Lingard wasn't giving 100%. Maybe Lingard wasn't... Because under Steve Cooper, Forest were, as much as possible, trying to not concede so many goals. So a lot of people had to do a lot of defensive work. So maybe it was Lingard not doing a lot of defensive work. But there's a whole lot of stuff that could have happened. But the other thing is, Forest also signed a lot of players.
Oh, that was a whole other thing. Yeah,
that's another thing. So Forest signed a lot of players, not just Lingard. At some point, they signed like 12, 13 players.
Yeah.
So when you have that revolving door of people coming in, it's hard to just keep note of everything, I guess. Emmanuel Dennis was there for a while, left. Andrea Ayew was there for like half a season or so, left. So it was just in and out. That could have been one of the reasons.
Could be, yeah.
But he is where he is now. I wish he went to West Ham. Not just because of the money or anything, but West Ham just gives you... There's a lot to fight for in West Ham.
Well, he was doing really well as well.
Yeah, because he had nice that. Yeah, that. His time on loan there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just leave it. Yeah. What has happened has happened.
All the best to him, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully everything goes well, and he enjoys playing, and
for sure. But now that he's gone to FCCL, I don't think he'll be hoping to get a call for the Euros.
I mean, there's tons of players already at the moment, so I think Southgate's gonna choose the best players the players he can get the best out of, and I don't know if Jesse Lingard's gonna be that guy.
If Jesse Lingard is called up, it will surprise everybody.
Oh yeah, no,
but good for him. Personally, good for him. He's, as I said, back in that environment where there's stuff to do, there are matches to prepare for, and all of that. So, all the best to him.
Also, a good change of scenery for him too, and change of environment. Like Seoul, from what I've heard, is supposed to be very beautiful. So
yeah, it is
good. Supposed to be a great city. So exciting for him. Enjoy. You know, maybe this will be a good time for him.
How do you exactly?
Oh, see, dude. No, don't work.
No, I did this and this.
Oh,
right. Well done, bro.
Oh yeah, that actually works.
You see that? You see that?
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, I guess that was one of the last things we want to talk about.
That's all right.
One of the big matches coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for Manchester City versus Chelsea?
No. No. I mean, if I say the no longer, it would make sense. No. Chelsea are not ready.
Maybe they'll surprise us. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, for you, yeah, you're an Arsenal guy. So the thing is, City have something to fight for. They're definitely in the title race. Mm-hmm. Chelsea don't. Don't in the sense that Chelsea are not in anything. They're not fighting, even for top four. I don't think they're fighting for top four. So what their motivation is just, we just don't want to get steamrolled by City, I guess. It's at the Etihad, because I know the first leg was at Stamford that ended 4-4, which was a great game.
Yeah.
That was a great advert.
One of the best of the season.
Great advert for the Premier League.
One of the best of the season.
Great advert for the Premier League. But I don't think I'm expecting another 4-4.
You feel like when the season started, like,
there was much more stuff they were fighting for. Everybody
you guys kind of lost momentum.
Yeah.
City are like...
Look at the Liverpool game, for example. In the first game of the season, 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
The season is new. Everybody's just fighting for points. Last week, or was it last or 2 weeks ago, whatever, last week.
A couple of weeks ago, yeah, I think.
Chelsea agreed and seen that they are a mid-table club for the season so far. Liverpool are fighting for the title.
Yeah.
It could have been 6-1 or 7-1.
Sure.
They took 4-1. Now you go to and that was going to Anfield. Now you're going to the Etihad. If City don't win, it's their game. They lost it.
Yeah.
Now, I think Chelsea will be okay with a draw. City definitely want to win.
Oh yeah.
Am I confident that Chelsea would even get a point? I'm not. But if they do, I'll sleep happy, I guess.
Okay.
But make it no difference to me.
Scoreline.
4-2.
4-2, really? Okay, let's see.
That's just a prediction. Okay. 4-2 scoreline.
Cole Palmer scoring a brace.
I don't care who scores. I don't care who scores. But he would most likely score. Maybe even Raz will score.
Oh yeah.
So Raz is also going back to Etihad. So Raz and Côte. I kind of predict the City win. It could be 3-1, it could be whatever, but I think City will win. I just hope they don't disgrace us. That's what I hope. But I predict City will win. Yeah. The UCL is also back, actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
The games are kind of spread out a bit so that the Europa League can play their round of 32 and get to round of 16. But the UCL is back. So while love is in the air, our love language is football.
That's so true, yeah, because Valentine's Day is coming up. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Our love language is football. So.
I love it. Anyway, I guess that's it.
Yep.
That's it from us.
That is it.
Okay. Guys, like and subscribe as always. Tell your friends. Hope you've been enjoying the episodes coming out. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any opinions or thoughts on the things we talked about, leave it in the comments. Tell us what you think, Tell us what you think about the blue card.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to hear what the fans are thinking. We've heard what all the other players and managers and pundits are thinking. But yeah, I mean, even a lot of fans as well. Nobody likes it. Everybody hates. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for making it this far with us. And hope you enjoyed the conversation, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, we will. See ya.